Does Dogecoin prove that money is fake? And my thought processes on this before I turn it over to you guys is this. This was a cryptocurrency that was created as a joke. It's always been a joke. No one has ever taken it seriously. Then all of the sudden, Elon Musk and Mark Cuban has decided there's value to it. And you can use Dogecoin to buy Mavericks tickets and Oakland A's tickets. You can actually use it as a currency before a lot of the even more popular cryptos. So, despite the fact that the token itself doesn't do anything, they pump out like 10,000 a day. Despite the fact that it doesn't have
They mine them.
whatever, and but it does also doesn't have the tech of like Ethereum, right, or Ripple. Um, but it's being used as a currency more than those just because some rich guys said they wanted it to. And you, in January, you could be a millionaire if you just invested like five or $10,000 into it in January. That's how quickly it shifted. So, does the fact that this joke currency that does nothing prove that money is fake? And Piano Man, I'll let you start since you're our crypto expert.
Well, yeah, to answer the question, I'm not sure it proves that money is fake. I think you first had to define what makes money. So really the digitization of money is what's really changed the game, and I think that's kind of where your question's coming from. Because you think of US dollars and now they can just print money, but they don't actually print it. They just say how much supply there is like on a computer somewhere, and they can control it from a computer, right? Now, as far as so throughout history, right, you've had different types of currencies. I guess you would consider them money, right? But usually, I mean, it was always something physical. So there was an actual limited number of it. And so people were like, okay, I value this government issued token this much. And so I will give you this many goods in exchange for that thing. Now with the digitization of stuff, it's like you have this Dogecoin that, or sorry, Doggy coin that, like it, if someone's willing to take it and transfer for it, it is money because I'll give you these services in return for this much doggy coin. And so, so I just think there's a big difference between having something that you would be willing to transfer for other goods. There's a difference between that and something that's actually a store of value. So the two are not necessarily equal.
I'm going to let you circle back around on to that in a second. But JBM, let me get your initial take.
Um. So money isn't fake. It is circumstantial, right? Like currency is circumstantial. When you were describing like, oh, this had no value until like these rich guys said that it did. Like I thought you were talking about the U.S. dollar at first. So, um, I mean, no matter what it is, whether it's gold or whether it's a Dogecoin or whether it's a euro. I mean, if someone, what the piano man said, if someone's willing to accept it as payment, then I guess it's money. I mean, just like back in the day, people didn't necessarily even trade, use money. They just traded stuff. So like your corn stocks were essentially your currency. Um, but I mean, money just honestly kind of depends on the times, like and what's going on and what people value and what they want. It's just like how sometimes in art, like you can have like some little canvas that somebody threw a chew pack of gum and spilled their coffee on, and it's worth like $5 million. Like it's crazy. But if somebody is willing to pay for it, then I guess it's valuable.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to jump in before Midnight Mark goes into his
No,
whole
I'm good.
spiel, but that's the difference between actual money and a store of value. Is that piece of art can never be money. but it can be something that's a store of value, and it's totally different.
So is crypto a store of value?
Some are, some aren't.
Yes, but that's I guess my thing is normally currency is established by some sort of governing body, whereas Dogecoin is basically just being established by Mark Cuban. So does that mean Mark Cuban gets to rule the world at some point? I mean, he's the one that decides what's payment.
Right, but he doesn't get to decide the code that Dogecoin is built on. You know what I'm saying? The miners actually control the network, not Mark Cuban.
Allegedly, Dogecoin is like their infrastructure behind it is super strong.
Well, yeah, it's the same as Bitcoin.
It's exactly the same as Bitcoin.
It's
right?
not exactly the same. They just
It's
changed
like
it.
Litecoin. It's more like
No,
Litecoin.
no, they actually
That's what I
changed
read.
it so that you can just mine it infinitely and get it super quick. So it like has all the bad qualities of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But what do you think, Midnight Mark?
I mean, I don't know. That's why it was my question, because I'm still trying to learn a lot of this stuff. To me, I think it's kind of funny that a lot of crypto nerds are mad about it. That they're like, oh, it doesn't hold any value, so it's garbage. But it's like, to me, Polkadot doesn't hold any value because it doesn't do anything except for move other tokens around.
I don't
and
even know what that is.
Yeah,
What the
I
heck
don't
is
even know.
What's a polka dot?
It's
I have no
another
idea.
crypto. Like, think about it. Like, let me just really quick. I'm gonna get on Coinbase right now and just tell you some of these others that are okay. So there's
No,
obviously
no, there
like
are
Bin-
thousands like out there. No,
yeah,
I
there are
get that.
thousands.
Yeah.
So like right now, let me just tell you like an
Safe move?
an example.
The real
So-
crypto? Bonfire
so-
coin?
I'm trying to figure out where is it? So Yearn.finance is worth $90,000 right now. But like, what even is it? What does it
but-
do? Why does it matter? It says
But
it's
there's
an
only like a
Ethereum-
few of them. So like the market cap is small.
right.
So it's not really apples to apples. So but
But it's not being used is my point. I just think it's funny that there are so many people out there that are like Dogecoin isn't worth anything. It's not real, but it's like, but it is because people have made it real now. Even though there isn't any value to the tech and it's not as good as, they say if Bitcoin is gold, Litecoin is silver, Dogecoin's not even bronze. It's like steel.
Who
know
said
what I mean?
Litecoin is silver?
Well, that's what they say. The same way. You know what I mean? It's like,
So- really what I
Right.
want to take this discussion to, and I'm sure we're getting to the end of this, but
right.
it makes less of a joke of the fact that anything can be a currency and more of a joke. And I think it's done a great job of bringing to light the fact that the US dollar has actually less backing than Dogecoin does.
Yeah.
And that's actually a fact.
Well,
Even though it's
am
the
I-
biggest joke ever, I actually trust Dogecoin. If that was used as currency, I could actually understand how much supply there will be with the US dollar, the digitization of it. There's literally
what?
the
Well,
Fed
it's-
says, "Oh, we just sold all these $1 billion of treasuries, and now that's in the supply." Like, and the Fed bought the treasuries, so really, what even happened?
Well, my last thought on this is the one thing that I do worry about a coin like Dogecoin or Dogecoin, whatever we want to call it, is the fact that it can be inflated so quickly. Does that make some of these others like Bitcoin, like Ethereum, that actually work the way that they're supposed to work? Will that make them crash again? Because people will be like, oh, well, we can do this with this garbage thing that doesn't hold any real, real value. Will that actually tank Bitcoin again? Can it do that just from the perception of Doge?
We can only hope.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
It definitely could, for sure. But then that gets into the difference of, do you buy things as a store of value, like for what the actual value is worth, or do you just buy it because it's popular or because people tell you to? That's kind of the difference.
If what we've learned since January has taught me anything, with the GameStop debacle, AMC, knock, all these like all the meme stocks in Doge, it seems like people just buy what's popular.
Yeah.
Whatever makes them laugh.
Get yourself some Shiba Inu, baby.
Hey, they have a Doge Moon coin now. It's like Safe Moon and Doge put together.
Yeah, if PNC Bank would allow me to do anything, garbage.
Dude, you got to get out of there.
I
Safe
know.
Moon to
I
the
know.
moon.
I
I ordered a T-shirt.
All right. Are we done with our Bitcoin talk for the day? All right, cool.
I'm done with it.
So let's move on.
Forget that joke.